If you're wondering what's going to happen to Apple because you own Apple, or you're wondering when you might buy Apple, or you're just generally interested, here's something you should know. Samsung just missed a huge opportunity to put a stake through Apple's heart with the Galaxy S4 phone that they just introduced. They didn't do it. When your competitor is down, you kick them again, you kick them as hard as you can. This was Samsung's opportunity to take the cool quotient away from the iPhone. And once you've lost your cool quotient, it's very, very hard to get it back. The problem is that the S4 is, well, it's a good phone, and it's got a lot of neat features, but it really doesn't get the job done. It's still a kind of mishmash. There are enough loose ends so that, for example, because of the Android operating system, you need to have 2 different apps depending on what email you use. Some of the big features, like the one where you hover over the screen and you get a preview, well, don't always work unless you're in the right, again, Android versus Samsung app. Google Calendar doesn't work in it. It's not that these are glitches along the magnitude of the iPhone 5 glitch with Maps that took you to Sheboygan instead of Cheyenne. That was a big problem, embarrassing. These aren't that way. But the phone doesn't feel like the integrated experience. It's still got a plastic case. It's not metal. It's not even glass. So that you've got, a real issue here that if you were going to try to make a really cool phone, something that you brought in and people stood around and went, oh, wow, what is that? Which was Samsung's opportunity, they missed it. Apple still isn't out of the woods. Apple has, in fact, missed its own problem. Apple's problem is that it was going to do a refresh of the i5, and it now looks like that's not going to be in June, but until the fall. So that's a long time in product cycles. The issue now, however, for Apple is execution. Can Apple actually come up with a product that has the same kind of wow factor that some of the earlier iPhones did? But that's a very different issue. Execution, internal problems, internal phone, getting the design right. That's a very different issue than having to go into a marketplace against a company which has set the bar way up here and where people are going, wow, that's really the neatest thing since sliced bread, and Apple won't be able to match that. That's not where we are. I think we're back to the old game of whoever introduces the phone most recently, which has got the most neat features, does a leapfrog in terms of sales. I think that's the game we were playing. That's the game I think we are going to play. Samsung had a chance to change it, and it didn't. Doesn't make the S4 a failure, but it means that we really haven't changed the game, and Samsung had an opportunity to do so, and didn't happen. So now we wait to see what Apple comes up with the iPhone 6. This is Jim Jubak for Jubak Asset Management Daily Video.